doing, like I always said, I've never said this publicly, but we've said to each other, like, I'll keep doing Conversation with Colin until the show doesn't grow anymore.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to A Conversation with Colin. I'm Greg, and this is my roommate, Colin. Now, sometimes Colin says crazy stuff. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I reach into my random topic pile, pull one out, toss it at him, and we talk it out for your amusement. If you like that, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Colin, are you ready? Today's topic of conversation is, has making these YouTube shows made you and Colin any closer? From @Babby3009. Are we closer because of these shows? We're already really close to begin with.
I don't think so. I honestly don't think so.
I think it has.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, like, you know, when would I ever find out how ticklish you are and hear that? You know what I mean? Like, I think most of the time when we're talking, we know where the conversation's kind of going and how the other feels about something. But then we get to these things like where I don't think we've ever talked about like religion like we did in the Ghost episode and stuff. Like, we definitely get to have more heart to hearts.
I understand that. Yeah, I guess I see it from that, like what you know about the person, sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always thought we were unusually close to begin with. So,
sure.
Like, you know, I think that it's brought us into a different era of our friendship, or whatever. Now we have like basically a business, like
yeah,
a
small
side,
business.
you know, like, and like we
buy shirts.
And we are pursuing something together that I think brings us closer, also with our partners, Tim and Nick.
What up, boys?
So
why'd you raise your hand, Nick? No one, no camera can see you.
So like the four of us, I think, have been brought closer generally because of our endeavor to do this.
Yeah.
And then I think you and I have been, brought closer in the sense that we've learned more about each other, for sure.
What's interesting, I think, is that, you know, everybody knows that we work at IGN together, and for years we were on the PlayStation team together, but since I've moved over to be video and you do the PlayStation, we rarely talk at working. We used to have desks right next to each other. We talk all the time, aim back and forth, but I'm never at my desk. You rarely are too. You're always running around doing something. So we actually don't talk anymore. When we come home, and then I watch Nashville or play games, or you go do whatever the hell you do back there.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. So I think I look forward to these things because we get to hang out and goof around.
Yeah, I look forward to Conversation with Colin because it's fun, and I'm glad people enjoy the show, and the show is growing, and so that's cool. And I'm happy about I'm happy about that because, you know, we started the idea for the show came from you. It was your idea, and you know, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't really care about this stuff until you were the one who was like, I wanted you to do the show with me. And the idea for the show was like, I'm crazy, right? Like, and I say funny things, but the show seems to resonate most with people when it's more serious and thoughtful. And that was something I don't think we expected. Now, there's examples of that not being true. The Star Wars episode is like one of the most popular ones we've done, and that was funny. Or Girl Meets World is the most popular show we've done, and that one's funny. But I liked that we've gotten to know each other better. We've gotten to talk about a lot of different kinds of things, but also it really has given me heart with the people on the internet that follow us and like us, especially they really like you and follow you, that they like the more intellectual conversations. They like the more serious shit, and they get to know a little side of me that I don't think a lot of people know, like because the internet's all about tweets and bursts and of information and short and labels and stuff like that. And it's
I'm gonna get this, dog. You keep talking. I'm listening.
Sure. And it's just about, like, you know,
hey, shut the fuck up, man.
He's just about, like, you know, he's a Republican, or he's this or he's that, but like there's nuance to everything I feel. Like, I don't like being put in a box, and this show lets me.
Sure, it gives us the pulpit to talk about something outside of games.
And it lets me express, like, the views in a more eloquent way sometimes about the way I feel about certain things, and that I'm not what you think. And so I like that aspect of the show.
I always what I find interesting is, you know, you're talking about the fact that the show hits with serious topics. I find it super cool that, like, the shows that are like the most, and I'm not talking about like the Girl Meets World or like where we have spikes, the ones that are consistently outperforming the rest are when it's just us talking about us. You know what I mean? Like how we met, or what about this, or I'm sure this episode when we talk about like just our relationship. You know what I mean? Because I always talk about the fact that by watching these or listening to the podcast, right, you're a friend and not just a fan. And I think that when we get to just sit around and BS, you know what I mean? Like one of the most popular topics is just us. You know, just us, this friendship that we all kind of share.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm happy about that. I mean, I always say that, you know, you're obviously going places, and it's cool to
usually wing restaurants.
Yeah, somewhere to get fatter, and it's cool to be on the ground floor and like be like employee number 0 kind of like your Apple, as it were.
Yeah.
You know, because it's so obvious that big things are in store for you, you know, and like just by proxy, I'm going to be a part of it, and that's kind of cool. Like I always kid about like when we were trying to get our company together and talk about this kind of stuff that like my show is still your biggest show, you know?
Yeah.
And like, but that's more of a joke than anything else because eventually like the things you do are going to outshine the things that we've done together, and it's cool to just be able to go with you on that journey. Like I'll be there, you know, and like so that this show and doing this stuff together has opened up doors for us collectively that I think is really cool too. So yeah, I'm moreover, not even to answer his question, I'm just happy that people like the show, and
me too.
We'll
Thanks
keep
for
doing.
watching,
Like I always said, I've never said this publicly, but we've said to each other, like I'll keep doing conversation with Colin until the show doesn't grow anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, this might be the last season.
I doubt it, unless there's a lot of people who have differing opinions on gay rights. That'd be the only thing that gets us in trouble, probably. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching. We love you so much. Colin, I love you too. Thanks for being a part of this. Babby3009, thanks for your question. Do you have one, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the comments. Maybe you could be on the next conversation with Colin. Then let us know if you think we're closer. Are we closer to you because of these shows? Who the fuck knows? Just put something in the comments. Just A, B, C, D. I don't care. It looks good to YouTube when we do that. And until then, like the video, share it with your friends, subscribe to us here. And until next Tuesday or Thursday, have a conversational day.
I might or might not have something to say about botany or shoelaces. I don't know. You haven't asked really, but you know, I do like plants, flora, as the scientists might call them.